Yo, what's going on everyone? It's your best bud, Review Bud, your UK medical cannabis review channel where we break down terpene science, patient effects, and real world usability. Today we're looking at Roxton Air's Frosted Cookies, a dessert leaning hybrid with a terpene profile that really changes depending on your vape temperature. As always, I won't show the flower in this video, but the link's in the description where you can see the pack opening and weigh or a closer look at the flower. So let's get into it. Now, Frosted Cookies is testing at roughly around 2% total terpenes with a dominant profile of myrcene, beta-caryophyllene, humulene, and limonene. So on paper, we're expecting something balanced, citrus uplift from the limonene, body relaxation from the myrcene, and that spicy grounding note from the caryophyllene. On the aroma and flavor, on the nose you get sweet biscuit dough, citrus zest, peppery spice with earthy undertones. Now for me, it smells and tastes just like Frosties. If you've ever had the cereal Frosties, you know, Tony the Tiger, honestly, it smells and tastes exactly like that. There's nothing closer to describe it, to be honest. It's a very dessert hybrid, not overly gassy, not overly fruity, quite refined. So let's get into the temperatures and how it changes depending on the temperature that you use. Starting off at the lowest temperature, or at around 160 degrees, you're mainly activating the lighter terpenes, especially limonene, with early myrcene coming through. Flavor wise, it's going to be bright citrus, sweetness forward, very clean. The effects are going to be clear head, mood lift, and it's going to be very manageable. This feels very daytime friendly, good for stress without the sedation. At 175 degrees, or around the balanced hybrid mark. Now, when we step up to 175 degrees, myrcene is fully active, caryophyllene starts contributing more, and the flavor deepens. There's going to be less citrus, more cookie dough and spice, and the effects now become noticeably more body relaxation, calm but still mentally functional, and there's going to be a slight euphoric lift. This is the sweet spot for most medical patients. Anxiety, mild pain, and end of work wind down. At 190 degrees, this is the body melt zone. At 190 degrees, humulene and caryophyllene are fully expressed, and THC extraction increases. Flavor becomes earthy, woody, and slightly peppery. The effects are going to shift to a heavier body load, muscle relaxation, and possible sedation. This is where Frosted Cookies becomes an evening medication. Now at 200 degrees or plus, this is going to be the maximum extraction. So the flavor is going to drop off slightly. It's going to be more roasted and less nuanced. And the effects are going to become a strong sedation, potentially couch lock, and a sleep-ready heaviness. So this is going to be good for insomnia or severe pain. This range makes sense. For daytime, it's probably going to be too much. Now, from a UK medical patient perspective, this cultivar may suit chronic pain, muscle tension, stress-related symptoms, evening anxiety, and sleep support at higher temperatures. So the lower temperatures is going to keep it functional, where the higher temperatures are going to push it to a more sedative territory. So this is a great example of how terpenes shape the experience. So you've got limonene, which will give you that uplifting effect, myrcene, which will give you that relaxation effect, caryophyllene, which will give you that soothing body warmth, and the humulene, which gives you that grounding depth. It's going to be the same flower, completely different experience depending on the temperature. So let's go on and get into the scores. Now for aroma and taste, I've given this a 9 because yeah, I mean, I loved Frosties as a kid. So it was quite nostalgic. The taste was really sweet, but like almost like a cereal. Well, exactly like the cereal. So yeah, a 9 for the aroma and taste. For effects, I've given this a 9 as well. This really helped with some pain that I had at the time. It helped with my insomnia. I'd use this as a good nighttime strain. And at lower temperatures, I was using this in the morning as well, as a good morning strain. So you do get quite a versatile range of effects depending on your temperatures, and it is versatile in when you want to use this, whether you want to use it as a sedating nighttime strain or whether you want to use it as like a uplifting morning strain. Now, for value, this was £7.50 a gram, so it wasn't too expensive, but it's not the cheapest. It's about mid medical range. So I've given this an 8 for the value. Like all medical, you'd want it cheaper. Remember, getting close to £10 a gram is pretty extortionate, but £7.50 is not too bad. An 8 for the value with an overall score of 8.5. So that's been the Frosted Cookies by Roxton Air. If you're a UK medical patient, remember, temperature controls everything. If this breakdown helped, like, subscribe, and drop a comment on what you would like reviewed next. This has been Review Bud, and I'll see you in the next one.